Hey everybody, and welcome back or welcome to another one of my videos. My name is Lauren Porter and you're watching Quarters Reporter. So for today's video, we are going to be talking about the news that has hit the NFL world by storm. We are going to be talking about the brand new Atlanta Falcons quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys everything that you need to know about Michael Penix. I did the research, so y'all don't have to. And I'm also going to be talking about my opinion on this pickup. Spoiler alert, I don't think this was a bad pick. The Atlanta Falcons picking up Michael Penix Jr. at 8 overall in this year's draft was literally a shock for everyone. Nobody expected the Atlanta Falcons to go quarterback in this year's draft, given the team's defensive needs, as well as the fact that they just signed Kirk Cousins to a $180 million 4-year contract. Michael Penix is a very talented quarterback, and the Atlanta Falcons may not have a very high first-round draft pick for the next couple of years, so they took the chance to get a quarterback now while they still could. I expect the Falcons to be a playoff team for the next couple of seasons to come, and they also may lose draft picks next year due to tampering with Kirk Cousins. So getting Michael Penix this year while they still have the 8 overall pick is not a bad move at all. The team is worried about the future, and being worried about the future is the smart thing to be worried about, because while of course you want to win now, which is why they got Kirk Cousins, you also want to win when Kirk Cousins is gone. Now let's talk about who Michael Penix is and the type of player he is, and let's see why the Falcons actually did pick him up and why this was a brilliant pickup. So Michael Penix Jr. was raised in Dade County, Florida. He had an amazing high school career and he committed to Indiana University to be their next quarterback. In 2018, he was a true freshman, so he was starting as a freshman for Indiana University as their starting quarterback, but he only played in 3 games before he suffered an ACL injury and was out for the remainder of the season. He came back the next season ready to play, but unfortunately he suffered with injury again, so he only played in 6 games before he was out for the remainder of the season again. And in 2020, he tore his ACL once again. So let's talk a little bit about Michael Penix's injury history, because this is something that is a little bit concerning. So like I mentioned earlier, he tore his right ACL twice at Indiana. And then in his 2019 season, he had a clavicle fracture. But on the bright side, and the last time Michael Penix has seen a major injury was in 2021, where he had a joint separation. So it's been a couple of years since he has seen a major injury, which is good. After 3 injury-filled years at Indiana, Michael Penix decided to transfer, and that's when he transferred to Washington University to become a Husky. His first year with the Huskies was in 2022, and he led the team to an 11-2 record, and he ended up winning AP Comeback Player of the Year for his performance that year. During this season, he led college football in passing yards, averaging 357 yards a game. Now, his last college season, he ended up leading the Washington Huskies to a perfect record up until the national championship, where they ended up losing to Michigan. In that season, he had 4,900 passing yards, as well as 39 touchdowns, with 36 of those touchdowns being passing touchdowns. And with those numbers, of course, comes great honor, and he ended up finishing second in the Heisman voting. So he was this close to being the Heisman winner. The kid clearly has an arm on him. Like, 4,900 yards is insane. Michael Penix Jr. is actually the first FBS player since Patrick Mahomes in 2016 to have back-to-back 4,500 plus yard seasons. So chef's kiss. I love that statistic. Like, being the first person since Patrick Mahomes who just won a Super Bowl is immaculate. Like, I love that for us. So obviously Michael Penix Jr. is a very talented quarterback. He's one of the most talented quarterbacks, and honestly has one of the best arms out of all the quarterbacks in this year's draft class. The Atlanta Falcons honestly stole Michael Penix from a lot of teams. A lot of teams under us did want to draft Michael Penix, but we snagged him up first. One of those teams being the Saints. So I love that we stole him from the Saints. There's a lot of rumors going around saying that Terry Fontenot chose Michael Penix and that Arthur Blank was not happy happy about this decision. But y'all, Arthur Blank did sign off on this decision. Arthur Blank did know that the Atlanta Falcons were going to get Michael Penix, and he is happy and okay with this decision that is for the future of the team. So the Atlanta Falcons do already have their starting quarterback with Kirk Cousins. The team has come out and said that Kirk Cousins is hands down the starter. I mean, if you're paying someone $100 million, I would expect them to be the starter. Kirk Cousins did reach out to Michael Penix, and the two are excited to work together. So the plan for the team right now is to have Kirk Cousins be the starter and to have Penix sit behind and learn as much as possible from Kirk. Honestly, I do like this because Michael Penix does have a couple of things that he does need to improve on. He definitely has the ability to be the franchise quarterback for this team, and I mean, that is the reason why they got him. They see him as the future franchise quarterback for this team. But there are parts of Penix's game that needs improvement, and by sitting behind Kirk Cousins, he can soak up everything that Kirk has in his brain, because Kirk is a very great quarterback in this league, so he can learn everything that he needs to learn from Kirk. And when it's time for Kirk to retire or move on for this team, Penix will be 100% completely ready to take over. Penix is going to be able to watch Kirk Cousins play at a very high level for Atlanta. So he's going to be able to learn all of the tricks of the trade, which is something that has worked out for teams in the past. I mean, we just saw it happen with Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. After 3 seasons of sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, when Aaron Rodgers decided to move on from the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love was prepared and ready. He led his team to the playoffs his very first year being a starter for the team after sitting for 3 seasons. The Atlanta Falcons have said that Penix can sit for the next 4 to 5 years possibly, but this is not a talent that you sit for the next 4 to 5 years. So I do not actually see them sitting him for the next 4 to 5 years. I feel like they just said that to make Kirk Cousins feel more comfortable in his position with the team. I think that Michael Penix will sit for 2 to 3 years, and then I feel as if Kirk Cousins will end up retiring, because Kirk Cousins is 36 years old and he's very family oriented, so I can see him retiring soon. I mean, the man is already paid. We already gave him $100 million, and it's only for the next 2 years, so I feel like he will retire pretty soon. The Atlanta Falcons are honestly smart for getting Michael Penix. I mean, our future is secured here, and I know there's a lot of concern about Michael Penix's age, but his age is not a concern for me. He's 23 years old. He turns 24 next month, and 24 is not old for a quarterback. Most quarterbacks hit their prime around 27, 28 years old anyways. So when he actually does get to start and he's around 26, 27 years old, that is not old. Like, can we please stop calling this man old? It's actually a good thing that he's going to be taking over this team, as he's a matured player and quarterback. And the Falcons already have the offensive weapons on the team, and they're all about the same age range. So all of these players can grow and learn within each other, and that is what is going to win the Falcons a Super Bowl. I do not think this was a bad pickup by any means, and I feel like a lot of fans are going to be eating their words in a couple of seasons when they see how great Michael Penix is as a quarterback and the amazing things that he will end up doing for this team when it is his time. I wanted a defensive player just as much as the next person, but I still do not think this was a bad pickup. It's going to work out for the team in the future, mark my words. The only problem here is the Kirk Cousins contract. I've said it once, I'll say it again. That is a terrible contract. They should not have paid that man all of that money. But whoever his agent is, come be my agent, because he is a NFL finesser. All of his contracts have been insane for him to only have 1 playoff win. But on the bright side of all of this, the Atlanta Falcons quarterback issue is finally fixed. We have a great starting quarterback with Kirk Cousins, and we have an amazing backup with Michael Penix Jr. No more of that Taylor Heineke, Desmond Ridder nonsense. And speaking of Desmond Ridder, I feel like the Falcons have had this plan to get a quarterback in the draft this year for a very long time now, because they traded away Desmond Ridder very quickly when they could have kept him as the backup. Like, they were always getting a quarterback in this year's draft, and it just happened to be Michael Penix. But all of the hate that Michael Penix is getting is not necessary at all. He did not choose to be drafted to this team, so throwing hate to Michael Penix is crazy. Michael Penix did not sign Kirk Cousins. I'm sure Michael Penix doesn't want to sit for the next couple of seasons either. I'm sure he's ready and eager to get out there and play. So sending hate to Penix, stop. Like, it's unnecessary. He did not choose this, and he did not choose this team. I am so excited for the future of the Falcons, though. The future is looking extremely bright. I am so excited for all the new changes that have happened this offseason. I cannot wait. Like, I literally cannot wait for the first game of the season to see how this brand new team is going to be. Because even though we do have a lot of returning players, there are so many dramatic changes with the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator, the quarterback, the head coach. Like, there are so many new things that are happening to this team, and I feel as if we are definitely a playoff caliber team. Now, it's all about just getting out there and getting those wins. The season literally cannot come any faster, but how do all of you guys feel about this new signing of Michael Penix? I feel like at first a lot of fans were just angry and just shocked that they went with a quarterback, but I feel like as time goes on, fans are starting to accept this and welcome Michael into this fan base, because he is going to be an amazing quarterback for us when he finally gets his opportunity. I mean, did y'all listen to those stats earlier in the video? Like, this guy can throw. Like, we have a quarterback with a crazy stupid arm on him. Wait, let me correct that. We have two quarterbacks with two crazy stupid arms on them. So the future of this team is in great hands. But let me know in the comments down below how you guys feel about this brand new quarterback. I will be making a video on the entire Falcons 2024 draft class, so be sure to subscribe so you guys know when I drop that video. I'm excited about the future. Are y'all excited about the future? And if you decided to stop being a Falcons fan because of this pickup, you're dumb. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more sports content from your girl, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.